changer, coded by the blue storm. My number is 19, the power of all number. I am the master alchemist, the force behind the philosopher's stone. Skilled at the art of transmutation. I am the catalytic transformer of world consciousness and planetary living. I oversee the changes of the weather. I am the thunder that shatters your world systems. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, It was I who caused the triple Aztec monuments of the Avatar archetype to appear in the ancient temple grounds. I oversee the morning and the evening stars. I behold the creator of the fifth sun, the present world. Sent forth am I to dwell among you, calling forth the sixth sun. For the great regeneration of the world's soul, to know me is to know your own power of self-generation. To know me is to know your own power of self-generation. Self-generation is power. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies.
All right, greetings and in Lak'ech. Welcome to accessing your human technology, your absolute intelligence, your big A, big I, to offset little a, little I, artificial intelligence. You are truly in for a treat. Before we get started, I want to make some acknowledgments to the source of all creation, Mother Earth, the ancestors, star elders, the foundation for the law of time, Jewel University of Immortal Sciences, Melanin 6 master teachers, Mimic Priesthood, and the indigenous elders. So grateful for those who have paved the way before us for this cosmology and even outside of this cosmology as well. I want to start with the prayer of the 7 galactic directions. This really helps us to get the clarity and know that we have all the power from within to be able to support us on our journey of remembrance while we're carrying out our purpose. So the prayer of the 7 galactic directions reads as follows. From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with the harmonies to end all war. And from the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum Hunaku Eva Maya E Maho. Ayum Unaku Eva Maya E Maho. Ayum Hunaku Eva Maya E Maho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. Okay, so we are really excited about this particular segment that we have. My name is Neb Teharka Kin, and I am the founder and the chancellor of the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. I am truly privileged to be one of the master teachers at the school, and I have a message for you today about accessing your human technology. And there's a lot that comes with it as we want to advance and evolve. We are unifying on one premise: evolution. Because I have found that when we evolve, we have power over our circumstances and we're able to reach different states of enlightenment that help us make our life better and the lives of others better as well. Who are we? We are a progressive group of cosmic beings that are highly intelligent, intuitive, telepathic, and laser beam focused on evolving throughout the journey of remembrance to fulfill our galactic purpose here on Earth. Okay, just to give you a little bit about information about our school, we have an online school based in Atlanta, Georgia. We're founded back in July of 2023, and we're accepting students from all over the globe. A lot of our program is a hybrid program that we have where we have live lectures and pre-recorded lectures. Currently, we have about 12 classes being offered, and we're going to be expanding that. And our focus is the law of time and its relationship with nature and how it works on our behold effortlessly, and whole mind concepts that help us improve our self-image and design our life. We have some very powerful economic initiatives coming forth for small businesses, which is really exciting in the new time. And you'll hear me talk a lot about the new time because we have made a shift from the information age, whether we know it or not, into the telepathic age of our existence. And so this is a very prominent point for us as humanity, as a species, and for the planet itself, and the changes that's going to come in the world as a result of that. The synchronistic human, defined as someone who is able to be multidimensional while unifying the energy from the synchronicities of natural time cycles towards the holonomic evolution of humanity, Mother Earth, and the galactic whole. This word holonomic is a powerful word because it comes from the law of holonomy, which means we are systems inside of larger systems. So just like the blood cells is part of the circulatory system of the body is part of the biosphere of the earth. The biosphere of the earth is part of the solar system part of the galaxy, and so on and so forth. So energetically, we're just seeing a different version of ourselves. And as we can connect on that energetic level, we not only can become more intelligent, but we can access parts of our memory that's been dormant that can help us have extrasensory abilities as the norm and telepathic experiences as well, intentionally versus randomly. So it's very, very, very powerful for us to be into this position. Let's look at synchronicity, which refers to the underlying cosmic intelligence that synchronizes people, places, and events into a meaningful, and I like to say purposeful order. We experience synchronicity when we recognize that an outer event corresponds with our inner thoughts, perceptions, and feelings. Excellent. The growing concern, though, for humanity stems from the continual evolution of artificial intelligence. I call that little I in comparison to absolute intelligence, and its programmatic influences on the human race through mind programs and leveraging the emotions of people. This systemic virus is blocking various channels for humanity to acquire cosmic knowledge and access it that enables us to operate with full brain capacity to include the expanded awareness of becoming one with the cosmos. Therefore, the human race is operating on a fractal of the artificial matrix while being trapped in the subconscious mind where our life journey is only perceived as a sensory emotional experience. Ultimately, we have allowed our own judgment, human family, to of the self, the power of God in us, to become the catalyzing force for one to continuously revolve around knowledge and illusionary experiences as feedback loops that become circumstantial pillars that govern our earthly destinies. That means that this judgment perpetuates and creates illusions that cause us to live a limited version of ourselves in a program that's designed to expire. And we came to this planet to inspire and move through the evolutionary trajectory as we make our ascension. What's the solution? Well, the solution is the 13 moon calendar is one solution to help disrupt the systemic programming of the Gregorian calendar that I consider to be obsolete for, excuse me, where the human mind is being taken to or taken us to in this day and age. And we also have another calendrical cycle, the 260-day cycle, that is very important about how we evolve into our cosmic memory and access greater states of consciousness. So this is why we follow something different. Now you can look here and see the difference between the Gregorian calendar, right? It always has, for the most part, inconsistent weeks and inconsistent moons or months, and it creates sporadic productivity, really does, unless you're just like a machine. But what I found that you can produce more with less, and increase your productivity by 20 to 25% is by following the moon cycles, which have a mean average of 28 days each. And so the 28 times 13 moons is 364 total days, and there's 1 day at a time for everything to reset, and everything stays equal and balanced the whole year. All right, this has been paramount for me. This has helped me in business. It's helped me with parenting. It's helped me help others in so many areas. It's unimaginable for me now not to be following this process. So this is going to be a new process for some of you, but the time to evolve means some of the subtle things that we need to change, like artificial calendars into natural cycles, makes a huge difference when we're accessing our entire brain. All right, when I say accessing it, predominantly we are a left brain society, logic and reasoning, right? And so now we're moving into an opportunity to move into a right brain, a hemisync brain, where we now can access our whole mind. And it's important for us to know, those of you that are listening to this as a way to help yourself evolve, you want to be operating with a whole mind from a balanced brain that allows you to access your memory, higher states of consciousness, that allows you to see yourself in the image of God. And these different levels of these images help you not only to remember, but for you to design the life that you expect to design it with while in the physical body. All right. So the second calendar is the 260-day galactic cycle. This is a calendar. It's a spiritual calendar, right, that helps us advance spiritually through memory, through cosmic memory. All right. And this also tracks the power of nature. It operates at the frequency of nature and the power of synchronicity. This calendar is 260 days, actually helps us to be evolving from the 260 expressions of the Creator. And this is what introduced what we call the Galactic Kin numbers. Each of these kin numbers represent an expression of the Creator that has a purpose of unfolding for what your mission is on the planet. And it's really incredible to be able to find that for yourself. Here's what I found out. When you're able to figure out what your galactic purpose is, it's really much easier to figure out what your earthly destiny and your earthly purpose is, and your earthly mission is. It's amazing. And so now we walk to the beat of a different drummer. So this is why when I introduce you to your galactic signature and some of the cosmology, these are the foundational reasons that will help you advance yourself beyond anywhere you've been from this point up to this point. Okay, so let's look at the galactic kin. So the day you were born on the 13 moon calendar is coded by what we call your galactic signature. This is like your galactic passport. Okay, and your galactic signature is one of the 260 expressions of the creator, also known as the possibilities encoded into the 260-day calendar I just showed you. Okay, and so that is a huge evolutionary tool, because think about it, the 260 expressions of the creator, right, is indicative of the journey from inception to incarnation. And so that is our personal orbit of what it took for us to get into the physical body here on earth. So as in consciousness, as we're going through each expression, deciding on what kin and expression that we're going to come out on and be born into this reality on, is a significant event. We celebrate kin numbers like people celebrate birthdays, because you've made another orbit. Your orbit is 260 days, not 365 like the Earth's orbit around the sun, although that's important, right, for the Earth. But what's important for you and your mission is this 260-day cycle. When I start synchronizing these two, I started to have insights and abilities with my mind that I didn't have before. Okay? By playing the role of your galactic signature, you allow yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit to vibrate to that particular frequency, and you broadcast it to everyone around you. This is your gift to the entire world. So how do we find this out? Well, we find out your birth date. We don't need the time. So you want to get your birth date to us, and so we can give you your galactic signature, so we can show you from a galactic perspective what you're here for, right? So that you can do, like the prayer says, what must be done. And let me tell you what must be done to be able to really appreciate life in a physical body. We must evolve in consciousness and remember that we're a more dynamic entity, spiritually and energetically, than we were born into, as far as the body that we've been operating with in the body. And as we realize that, we will find that the power is in us and not outside of us. And there's a lot of things that just flat out won't trip us up. Okay, so you want to get your galactic signature. Let me give you an example of a galactic signature. The first kin, all right, is called the Alpha evolutionary cycle. This is the first evolutionary cycle. And the evolutionary cycles on the 260 expressions, or the Tzolk'in calendar, comes in 13-day increments. Every 13th day, a new cycle is completed, and then the 14th day starts a new evolutionary cycle. So kin 1 is called the red cosmic dragon. Let's listen to the affirmation. This is called the galactic signature, and everybody has one of these. So you want to get your galactic signature right now and see how it resonates, so it can help guide you through the different changes and challenges that you're having in your life. Let's go read it together. I unify in order to nurture, attracting being. I seal the input of birth with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by the input of birth, my own power doubled. I am a galactic activation portal in order to nurture, attracting being, input of birth, tone of purpose doubled into me. Now, what does that mean? What are we unifying? Well, we're unifying, right, our spiritual and our physical experience, or I would say the mind and the heart, so that we can have a total brain, a hemisync brain, as we go through remembering who we are as spiritual beings. So we're unifying that in order to nurture ourselves to actually attract that state of consciousness we can be to accomplish our mission on earth. I seal the input of birth, so that takes a new birth, that tears over a new leaf with the magnetic tone of purpose. Did you know that a seed that you put in the ground knows it's already a tree, knows it's already a flower, knows it's already a bush? The seeds, they don't see themselves as seed. It's the hologram in the seed that already sees themselves as the unfolding and the result and the purpose of why the seed is planted in the first place. That's because to be a flower. It already sees itself as that. It already sees itself as a tree. And so do you, right? You already have to see yourself as a spiritual being. Some people, we say you have to see yourself as being a God or the essence of God so that you can go beyond the limitations of the body and have this experience. It is flat out incredible when you discover this for yourself. It is an evolutionary act for you to discover this. So this is the first kin. This is the alpha kin that starts it, called the primal force. The cosmic dragon is the primal force. And that's the same energy that brought this whole universe in together. And it's the same energy that brings thought and new cycles and new paradigms together. All right, let's go to the omega cycle. All right, the omega cycle is an evolutionary cycle, is the cycle of the 260th kin. The 260th expression of the creator is called the yellow cosmic sun, right? And listen to what it says. So this is the 260 expression. It says, I endure in order to enlighten, transcending life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of flowering. And I am a galactic activation portal. In order to enlighten, transcending life, matrix of universal fire, cosmic tone of presence, and the power of flowering, enter me. Now, if you notice these two, the first kin and the last kin, the alpha and the omega, both have portals in them. And I'm going to tell you what I found out that was so amazing. These portals are not only real, they're portals into your memory of a being more conscious and more of a dynamic being than you are in this body versus running on these programs that's suggested to us through our upbringing, through our schooling, and our social interactions. This has taken us beyond this and making it cosmic because we, although have these social interactions, we're not actually here for that. We have a great, great purpose. All right. So with this, that I endure, so now you've endured all of the evolutionary patterns and challenges and obstacles of the other 259 kin. And now you're on 260. And so that being the case, you know, you've endured so you built strength. And that strength is so you can enlighten other people, right? And this goes beyond life, transcending life. And it's the matrix of universal fire, which is universal love, right? But with the cosmic tone of presence, think about it, the cosmos is always present, whether we feel connected to it or not, right? And I'm guided by the power of flowering or blossoming. That's where we are and what we're doing. And so the portal is to access this in your memory so that you can be a more dynamic force and power to be reckoned with to help fulfill your mission and your purpose on the planet, right? So there's 258 other kin. So you may be this one kin, the kin number one, or kin 260, or any other 258 other ones in between. Once you get that, your evolutionary process starts. And now you get to look through the lens of an evolved being so that not only can you help you evolve your situation and advance yourself, but you can help countless others do the same. It's very powerful. So what are some benefits? We're talking all this cosmic talk. What are the benefits of this taking place? Well, the benefits of integrating the cosmology that I just spoke about is to become more aware of your extrasensory abilities. They're dormant because we focus so much on these smartphones and these computers that our natural human technology doesn't get exercised so that we can be effective. Expand your intentional field of consciousness. Okay, so now with the power of intention that you're going to do some of these things versus letting them randomly happen. Access more of your psychic powers and abilities. Become more disciplined, become more patient, reduce anxiety from all the intimidation. And intimidation I learned from Wanique Kimi Tashudi Shabazz, that intimidation comes in times and days. Break that down. That is powerful. So we're going to reduce anxiety, prosper while allowing abundant energy to flow. A lot of time, if we're not experiencing the level of abundance that we should, there's some kind of blockage. And the cosmology, as we integrate it, helps us to see these blockages and remove them so that our territory can expand mentally, physically, and geographically, and improve health, relationships, finances, and so much more. There's so many benefits to integrating the cosmology because the ultimate purpose is to evolve. All right. What's the evolutionary track? Well, I'm going to give it to you. Step one, make a decision to evolve. Without that decision, everything that I just said doesn't really matter in your world. Step two, register your kin. I'm going to put a link up here for you to register your kin. And you click on this, it's going to take you to our website. And if you don't know your kin, you can request your kin number. And by requesting your kin number, you're going to be able to get not only your kin number, the name, the signature, and some more detailed information about the cosmology so you can get a fundamental understanding about how it's working and how you can utilize it to your advantage. Step three, you're going to receive your kin number packet. Okay, so you're going to get that packet. That's what I'm talking about. As soon as you register your kin, we're going to see it. We're going to see your email, and we're going to make sure we send you a nice little packet. All right, you won't understand everything most of the time when you get it, but you're going to receive it, and we're going to reach out to you and explain to you the initial process so that you can really maximize this and go beyond some of the limiting programs that have stopped us from advancing. Step four, become an I Am member, an infinitely aligned membership member. Okay, those of you that really are feeling the cosmology and want to be a part of our movement into evolution, you're going to go to our website and become a member. You can become a monthly member or you can become an annual member. Whatever works best for you is great. But what happens when you do that, you're going to access a lot of archives and a lot of information to help your evolutionary process go a lot faster and get up the learning curve a lot quicker. Okay, that is the evolutionary track. Now you can follow us on social media, on X. I'm at Teharka 81129. On Facebook, I'm at Neb Teharka Kin. On TikTok, I'm on Synchronistic Human. On YouTube, I'm at the Synchronistic Human 441. So you can access those, and I put up videos from time to time. Now we are really going to be doing some things here in a second. I got an announcement in just a second to share with you why this is so important. But one of the things that is the best gifts that can be given into you in this process is to exercise full authority over your whole mind with all of its faculties and dimensions. Now, in a few weeks, on March 24th, one of the biggest reasons why I'm doing this video is because I want you to come meditate with us as your kin. And the reason why we're going to do this, we're going to assemble what we call the galactic brain. So we're going to get as many of the 260 kin in physical form as possible. And we're going to get onto a line like this. And we're going to have a ceremony, and we're going to actually do a brief meditation to help those people all together receive insights for their individual and collective purposes. It's called the 260 Galactic Meditation. I want you to get enough understanding of your kin to participate in this with us, it's going to be a amazing experience. Just from being there with all the other kin on the premise of galactic consciousness. It's going to take you places you never thought your mind could go. And it's going to advance you in ways and show you gifts that you had forgotten about or didn't know about because they were lying dormant in your experience. This is one of the most amazing things that we can do. And I'm so glad that you took the time out to listen about how to access your human technology. We want you to build with us, we want you to evolve with us, and we want you to do the same with others around the globe. All right. So this has been incredible. And so get back with the person that invited you to this. If you just ran up on this, if you have questions, you definitely can email me. Okay. Email me at Neb Teharka, Neb Teharka at synchronistichuman.com. And let's get your questions answered. This is so amazing. I don't want you to miss out, or I don't want to minimize the power of this for you in this day and time. And I would just end by saying this. There are a lot of changes that are happening in the world. And let me tell you something. The time has come where there needs to be a lot of changes in you. I'm telling you, from me to you, that the old you is not going to work in the new time. It's time to do something different. And if you are resonating with that, we will take you step by step, word for word, what to say and what not to say, what to do and what not to do, so that you can advance yourself spiritually and have a covering in a system that protects you from all the mind programs that polarize us into being less than who we really are. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank you for joining us for this brief presentation. Get with us in Lak'ech. I am another you. Ala K'in means you are another me. Hotep, Hetipu, and Namaste. And remember, evolution is the solution. Thanks for joining us. Feel free to contact me anytime. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your creation. Peace.